Cindy Chartrand, and I'm the Executive Director of Dining Experiences for Vincentian Collaborative System. I'm here to talk to you today about cocktails, but I think first we need to investigate what is a cocktail. To me, a cocktail is not just a beverage, it's an appetizer beverage with personality. So the first one I'm going to do for you today is the Marian Manor Vincentian Bloody Mary, and it's got a little heat to it, so if you don't like spicy, you might want to tone it down. The first thing I'm going to do is grab my glass. I'm using a canning glass because I like the personality of the glass, I like the design of it, and I think it's kind of festive, perfect size. I'm going to fill this with ice. I'm now going to add my V8 juice immediately. I'm going to do 1 full cup of V8 juice. Shake it up. And I like V8 because it's got all the vegetable flavors. It's not just tomato juice. I'm going to put that right in. Look at that. Perfect. Now, I'm going to put 1.5 ounces of vodka, and I love Grey Goose, it's my favorite, but of course, whatever is your preference. Put that right in. No stirring. I'm going to do that at the end. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is put in 2 dashes of Worcestershire sauce and 1 dash of hot sauce. I like this hot sauce. It's sort of a tapatio sauce, and I take this off to get a good dash. No stir. I'm going to do 2 dashes of Worcestershire. Again, I'm going to take off everything so that I have a full, complete 2 dashes. Look at how it mixes through. It's really a pretty drink. Now I'm going to use a pinch of Old Bay seasoning. Old Bay is a seasoning for seafood. It's terrific. It adds a ton of flavor, but I use the one that's blackened. So it has a little bit of a heat to it. So if you don't like spicy, again, tone it down. A couple of shakes of that. Next, I'm going to add salt. And I love an infused salt, so I have sea salt that's mixed with herbes de Provence. Herbes de Provence is a spice that's just fabulous, full of flavor, and I love the fact it's infused in the sea salt. So I'm just going to use a little pinch of that, just a little bit, just for flavor. And of course, a Bloody Mary is not a Bloody Mary without pepper, so I'm going to add that. A couple of shakes of that. Perfect. Now, finally, I will get to stir this drink. The reason why you want 3/4 filled with ice is just, it should be really cold, a delicious cold drink. Finally, I'm going to do the garnish. So, if you recall, I said that a cocktail is basically an appetizer beverage with personality. So I'm going to put 1 stuffed queen olive, but if you'll see here, I have a grilled Cajun shrimp. This is the appetizer part. I'm also going to put another olive on. I'm going to let that sit on my drink. And it wouldn't be a Bloody Mary without a little bit of celery with the leaves on. That is a beautiful drink. So please, this is the perfect drink for any kind of a brunch. So when you have your brunch celebration, please make sure you include this in your menu. Enjoy. Hola, back again. And now we're doing the margarita, and this is the Vincentian margarita. This is a beautiful drink. It's going to not be blended, but I am going to fill it partially with ice, not all the way up. Right away, I'm going to add 1.5 ounces of tequila. Jose is my tequila choice. There we go. Next, I'm going to use my margarita mix. I'm using the original sweet cocktail margarita mix because it's not a blended drink and I don't want a strawberry infusion in there, so I'm just going to use the regular. And I'm going to put in about 1/2 cup of the mix. This is going to be sort of a fruity mango margarita, so I'm going to also add 1/2 cup of mango nectar. It's sort of an infused mango drink. You can drink it all by itself, it's delicious alone, but because of the thickness of it, it's great in a margarita. It'll add just a little bit of thickness to it. Now I'm going to do a splash of lime, and again, I don't like the lime juice. I use a real lime and squeeze it, get that flavor. This will be stirred. Mix that nectar in there. And finally, I will garnish this with a slice of lime. And just put that on the rim. If you like, you could add salt to this before you make the drink. And if you do that, all you're going to do is take your lime around the rim, dip it in salt, have the rim only part of the salt, and then you can go ahead and make your drink starting with the ice as normal. But enjoy. This is a tequila. It's delicious in a margarita, and it's the Vincentian margarita, perfect for any kind of a taco party, enchiladas, or whatever you want. Enjoy. My next drink is sangria. I'm calling this one the Vincenzo Casa Sangria for Vincentian. And sangria is really a Spanish drink. It's like a Spanish fruity wine, and it needs all the components to make it spectacular. And you also need it cold. Normally, you would have sangria in a large bowl that would be sort of like a punch bowl, and you'd ladle it into your drink, and it would be super, super cold. But for purposes of here, I'm not using a pitcher, which you can use, or a bowl. I'm just going to go directly into the glass. So I have my sangria glass, and I'm going to fill it halfway to 3/4 with ice. There we go, pretty glass. I'm going to take a dry red wine. So I particularly have chosen this Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a nice dry red wine. It's delicious, and I think it's perfect. I'm going to put about 1.5 cups, maybe close to 2 cups of wine. There we go. Perfect. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have 1 tablespoon of brandy. And I really like a nice brandy. I use the E&J. It's a beautiful brandy. I'm just going to pour that in. It's probably a little over a tablespoon, but that's okay. The next thing is triple sec. I have 1 tablespoon of triple sec that's going to go in. I have about, I'm going to say 2 tablespoons roughly of lemonade. I have about 1.5 tablespoons of orange juice. I have sugar, just about 1 tablespoon of sugar. And now, I'm going to make my garnish. But before I do, I need to stir this up a little bit because I really think With that sugar in there, I want to make sure it doesn't just settle to the bottom. Now the secret of having a sangria is the fruit. So I have 1 slice of lemon, 1 slice of lime, just barely going to make that. And I have a slice of orange, but I'm going to actually put that on my glass. And here we have the most amazing and beautiful sangria. It's going to be a great drink. Wonderful if you have seafood, a shrimp boil, or you have paella, or some sort of dish like that. This is the beverage of choice. This is the Vincenzo Casa Sangria. Enjoy. Back again, and this time we're making my favorite drink, and this is called the Vincentian Charitable Gardens Sea Breeze Cocktail. I'm going to add 1 full cup of ice in a highball glass. The first thing I'm putting in is the pineapple juice because that's the bulk of the drink. So I'm going to have about 2 cups of that. I'm going to pour that in. The next thing I'm going to do is have a jigger and a half of rum. I use spiced rum. Can't use regular rum for this, but what you could do is use the Malibu rum if you're looking for more of a nutty cocktail that has a little bit of coconut flavor with the spiced rum. But for this purpose, I'm using just plain spiced rum. About a jigger and a half. Now I'm going to my brandy. I'm going to do about a ½ ounce of brandy. Now, for color, I'm using grenadine, just a splash. I am not going to stir this drink. I want layers on it. Look how pretty that is. And finally, I'm going to top it with a pineapple slice, just for a garnish. Look at that, pretty drink. When would you drink this? I'd say when you want something super refreshing, you're outside with friends, family, you're at a barbecue, or you're doing something that's kind of festive New Orleans type. I would drink this drink. This is a beautiful, colorful, flavorful drink. Please enjoy. This is our last cocktail of the day, which is actually not a cocktail at all. It's a mocktail. It is the VCDC Mommy Mocktail by Vincentian, and it is full of strawberry deliciousness. I'm going to use a clear glass for this so that you can actually see the beautiful color that this drink will make. But unlike a regular kind of mocktail, this is going in a shaker as well. So I'm going to put ice in a good amount again. I'm going to add to that a ½ cup of sparkling cider. So I'm using sparkling apple cider. I think it's going to make it delicious. It'll have a little bit of apple flavor in there, which is perfect. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of strawberry syrup. Now, if you're a coffee lover and you have some strawberry coffee flavored syrup, you can use that. But I happen to like actual real strawberry syrup. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of that in here. I'm going to shake this up. and pour it in the drink. It's nice and cold. Now, I don't have to diffuse this like I would a martini, so I'm going to go ahead and pour it in my glass. Oh, pretty. But what makes this really pretty is a rosette of strawberry. Let me show you how to make a rosette. I'm going to use my knife, my strawberry. This is a paring knife. And I'm going to make 4 slices, but not all the way to the end stem. I'm going to open it up like a beautiful flower. I'm going to put this right on my drink. Isn't that pretty? And this is the VCDC Mommy Mocktail by Vincentian. And may I say, enjoy.
From Allison Park to Green Tree, from Stanton Heights to Oakland, and all across McCandless Township. Thank you for joining us tonight for Vincentian's first annual event, Favorite Places 2020. Tonight we will introduce our staff, residents, family, friends, and community partners to the exciting new projects being planned for each Vincentian campus. Best of all, our viewers can select the project nearest and dearest to their hearts and learn how to make them become a reality. So let's get started by welcoming Vincentian's president and CEO, Nick Vizaka.
There's nothing better than starting an event with the voice of our good friend and Vincentian's 2020 Heart of Pittsburgh awardee, Robert Mangino from KDK Radio. Thanks, Mangino, for a great introduction. Hi, I'm Nick Vizaka, coming to you from McCandless Township. Thank you for joining us as we kick off this year's Favorite Places campaign. I'm being joined distantly by Patty Embry, COO and VP of Innovation. Hi, Patty.
Hi, Nick. This event was planned to let our friends and family know what projects are being funded this year by Vincentian Charitable Foundation for all of our North campuses. Vincentian Home, Vincentian Villa, Vincentian Terrace Place, and of course, Vincentian Child Development Center. But we'll also be covering the exciting transformations being undertaken by Vincentian Marian Manor in Green Tree, Vincentian de Marillac in Stanton Heights, and Vincentian Schenley Gardens in Oakland. We truly believe that one or more of our favorite places projects featured will be the perfect mission match for our viewers' time, talent, and treasures.
I can't wait to get started. Thanks, Patty. Speaking of treasures, Vincentian has been blessed to match Cindy Chartrand's talents to our mission. Cindy was our host for the pre-event happy hour, and as our executive chef, she is also enhancing the dining experience here at Vincentian. Oh, and by the way, those cocktails were amazing. Let's go now to meet Vincentian's other talents who are on location waiting to introduce us to 5 fabulous projects, just waiting to be matched. We're starting with Ann and Jill at Vincentian's Child Development Center.
Hi, I'm Ann Cosentino, Executive Strategy Consultant for Vincentian, here at Vincentian Child Development Center in McCandless. Our first Favorite Places funding request comes directly from their outdoor play area and is being introduced by tonight's MC, Mangino.
Dear donors, right now I'm a bit of a stick in the mud, especially when it rains. But with your help, I know I can become a better outdoor program area, full of wonder and discovery for the children of Vincentian Child Development Center. So please give or contribute toward raising the $100,000 needed to transform my well-worn, weathered playground into an area where learning under the trees for VCDC can occur, complete with hands-on experiences, physical activities, nature programs, and sensory stimulation for the children here. If I'm your favorite place, your donations will provide greater hands-on experiences, physical activities, socialization, and creative STEAM curriculum while connecting children to the natural world. It's a great way to maximize a child's learning outcomes while having so much fun. Yours in the outdoors, Vincentian Child Development Center.
Isn't that a cool project? Here to tell us how to give is Jill Peregi and her small but mighty friends.
Hey kids, what do we want?
To be our Marian match!
What should you do?
Donate now!
And how do you do that? So you can either go to vcheesebaydogdog.org to make your much-much, or you can go to vcfgives.org to make your mission match.
When I was a kid, we only went outside during recess. The outdoor classroom program that we are creating at Vincentian's Child Development Center gives kids a new learning environment and the confidence to appreciate and explore the world around them. We are so grateful for the Sisters of Charity of Nazareth who helped to fund the resurfacing of this classroom under the trees. Let's go now to our second Favorite Places project with Jude Hazard and Hillary Butts.
Hi guys, we're here at a much quieter setting here on the campus of Vincentian Marillac.
Vincentian Marillac is home to 50 residents. We've also asked Mangino to read our Favorite Places funding request. Prepare to be charmed.
Dear Vincentian donors, I have a secret to share. I've been so busy taking care of our residents at Vincentian de Marillac and Stanton Heights that I may have neglected my own appearance lately. Last year, you helped raise money for a new beauty shop so that our residents could get spruced up, and boy, did they feel better. Well, now, I think it's my turn, and I'm asking for your help on getting a magnificent makeover. I would be so grateful to receive a beautification of my green spaces, a refreshed entryway, stunning new changes to residence rooms, a facelift for the activity room, and revitalized dining experiences. So please, consider helping the foundation raise $50,000. Your gift will do wonders. Signed, your friend, Vincentian de Marillac.
Wow, with a makeover like that, Vincentian de Marillac is sure to turn a few heads. I bet that'd be a perfect mission match for a lot of our viewers.
I sure hope so, Jude. Our next Favorite Places request, read by Mangino, comes to us from Greentree.
You know, they say people don't like change, but here at Vincentian Marian Manor, we welcome, adapt, and even thrive on change. Our Favorite Places project is called Reimagining Care at Vincentian Marian Manor, and the changes we make this year will be huge as we embark on a major renovation on our Greentree campus. Imagine a new approach and total redesign to outdoor areas, entrances, residences, activity areas, and community spaces that will bring greater enjoyment, satisfaction, fulfillment, and pride to the lives of everyone, including the children in our childcare. Your gift to Vincentian Marian Manor can help the foundation raise $375,000 toward this incredible $2,873,375 effort. There's only one catch. You may not recognize us when we're done, but we're ready when you are. Vincentian Marian Manor.
Hi, I'm Susan Lewandowski, administrator here at Vincentian Marian Manor. There's nothing sweeter than the sound of hammers and saws, and there's nothing more fulfilling than being part of this year's Favorite Places campaign. Vincentian Charitable Foundation offers many ways to give. Check out these options by going to vcfgives.org. Donate now or call Joyce at the foundation.
Vincentian has a rich heritage, a real legacy from the time when our sisters, there were just 30 beds where Vincentian Home is right now, a 30-bed Holy Rosary Cottage. And our sisters gave their love, and they did everything there. You know, they were the cleaners and the cooks and the nurses and just but mainly what they were God's hands and feet for the people who were there as our residents.
I think it makes a big difference that their direction comes from the sisters, and I have seen that firsthand.
I think the work that's done by Vincentian and the place we hold in the city of Pittsburgh is just hugely important. If long-term Catholic health care in Pittsburgh is basically Vincentian, and as such, I think it's very, very important that we all stay committed to that for the people that need the care, need the housing, need the Catholic character of our buildings.
It's a great organization in helping the senior living community in all of Western Pennsylvania. We're in a strategic growth mode, and we're really striving to push the care level for the seniors in all of the greater Western Pennsylvania area. So it's a great time to be a board member, be involved in the organization, and contribute to the growing nature of helping provide the growing senior population in our area with the needed care.
I am excited about all the Favorite Places projects this year. All projects selected for this year's Favorite Places campaign are those that, 1, will be done this year. They're not on our wish list, they are on our must-do list. 2nd, projects selected will benefit everyone on all campuses and have the greatest impact to our residents and the children in our care. And 3rd, because we couldn't select just one Favorite Places project, our friends at Vincentian Charitable Foundation are committed to seeking the donations that will cover 13% of each project's costs. Now let's hear about our 4th and 5th Favorite Places projects.
Dear Vincentian Charitable Foundation donors, I'm Vincentian Home in McCandless Township, which also includes personal care and independent living communities. Our folks have been through a lot this year, which is why our Favorite Places project has been created to provide a welcoming and stimulating environment that offers innovative care and an individualized approach to socialization, dining, lifelong learning, and quality engagement. Creating extraordinary resident experiences for Vincentian Home will be achieved by refurbishing, redecorating, and renewing indoor and outdoor gathering and activity spaces, private areas, and residence rooms. Please help support the $120,000 fundraising goal for residents of Vincentian Home, Vincentian Home Personal Care, Vincentian Villa, and Vincentian Terrace Place. Your friend, Vincentian Home.
Hi, I'm Christine Holko, Director of Independent Living, Community Engagement, and Sales at Vincentian. I'm joined by Jennifer Pruitt, Administrator at Vincentian Home. What's different about Vincentian Home's Favorite Places project is that it includes outdoor areas, dining experiences, and private and community gathering spaces for our independent residents, as well as our residents in personal care, memory care, skill care, and rehabilitation care. Wow, that is collaboration. And since I love a true partnership, this would be a great mission match for me. Speaking of partnerships, Vincentian has a lot of friends in the community that may not only want to make a donation, but also have a fundraising of their own, specifically for their favorite places. For more information, go to the foundation website, VCF Gives, What We Fund, and select the Favorite Places project of your choice. Here you will have the option to start your own fundraiser. Jamie in the foundation office can also help you be successful in holding your own fundraising event. Speaking of Jamie, she and Chad are at Vincentian Schenley Gardens waiting to announce our final Favorite Places project. Jamie?
Hi, I'm Jamie Hayden, Donor Relations and Stewardship Specialist.
And I'm Chad Hilliard, Corporate Giving and Foundation Manager. We're here today at Vincentian Schenley Gardens.
The latest gem added to the Vincentian family offers a unique sanctuary in the heart of a vibrant Oakland neighborhood. With stunning terrace views, this unique senior living community was acquired in 2019, recognizing that some dramatic changes would be needed to help make this property shine. Here is a funding request presented by our dear friend Mangino.
Dear Vincentian Charitable Foundation donors, first of all, let me tell you how grateful I am to be a part of the Vincentian family. Many of you may not know me. However, in time, I look forward to meeting you all. If you like new enterprises and new ventures, then I'm your best mission match. I've got great bones and I'm not afraid of hard work or taking on an ambitious $3.5 million renovation so that I can better reflect the strategic vision and brand of Vincentian in the Oakland community. My Favorite Places project is to transform lifestyles at Vincentian Schenley Gardens. This ambitious undertaking will provide residents with fresh, new areas and opportunities for visiting, gathering, dining, entertainment, recreation, and worship, and will make a difference every day for years to come. Please help the foundation raise $460,000 and show your support for this Favorite Places project.
My time is about giving back and bringing what I know to help charitable organizations thrive and grow. And this is a very meaningful charity for me and my family in particular. So I am very grateful that they have included me in helping them to grow and develop more of a reputation for nursing and facility care for the elderly. So it's really a pleasure for me to be involved with this organization.
I'm involved with Vincentian as a member of the Charitable Foundation Board and also as a volunteer for the Book of Life program. I've been able to see close up the quality care that the residents of Vincentian get, as well as the compassion that's given with that care. The generation before us has done so much to improve the quality of the fabric of our life through their patriotism, through their hard work, and through their commitment to faith and to family. So now, at this time when they really need us, anything you can do to help those people, especially since some of them have no family here or their family lives far away, would be so greatly appreciated.
If someone was interested in contributing their time and or their talents to the Vincentian system, I would certainly encourage them to do that. Based on my own personal experience with my family, we saw wonderful care given to my aunt at the old Vincentian Regency, and then later when my mother was ill, she spent time in the Vincentian home, and the efforts made by the staff and the volunteers to really keep their spirits high, take care of their physical needs, their emotional needs, their spiritual needs was tremendous help to both my aunt and my mom later in life.
As you become part of this whole Vincentian family, you give because you are generous, but boy, do you receive because it's, in giving we receive.
Well, we did it. We crossed bridges, traversed potholes, and even went through tunnels to introduce you to the 5 fabulous Favorite Places projects to be funded this year. Which is the best mission match for you? Is it project number 1, Learning Under the Trees at VCDC? Project number 2, Giving Vincentian to Marillac, a magnificent makeover. Project number 3, Reimagining Care at Vincentian Marian Manor. Project number 4, Creating Extraordinary Resident Experiences for Vincentian's North Senior Communities. Or will be project number 5, Transforming Lifestyles at Vincentian Schenley Gardens.
I want to thank everyone on the project team tonight. Anne, Jill, Hillary, Jude, Susan, Christine, Jennifer, Chad, Jamie, and tonight's MC, Robert Mangina. On behalf of everyone at Vincentian, thank you for tuning in to our first virtual event. And now it's time for our board members to close tonight's program.
Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Without your generous time and talents and resources, we would not be able to continue what was begun almost 100 years ago by the sisters. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for your contributions. The organization can't grow without your help and your support. We're really thankful for everything that you have done for us and continue to do for the growth of the mission and the organization as a whole.
Thank you. It makes a big difference to the organization, but more importantly, in the lives of the residents and the families and all the folks that benefit from all of the care from all the Vincentian services.
Thank you for your time, your energy, and your efforts, and hope you continue.
Thank you for your commitment and your service to Vincentian.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your long-term commitment to Vincentian Home.
Thank you so much for all that you do to make Vincentian what it is through your generosity of spirit. And thank you for wanting to be a part of our mission and to keep being the hands and feet of Jesus for so many people.
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
Stop getting me fired.
And I'm Chad Hilliard, corporate giving and I almost said I'm Chad Hilliard, Vincentian Charitable Foundation.
You're not. You're not.
I had Vincentian Schenley Gardens on my mind.
Hi, I'm administrator.
That's okay. Recognizing that some dramatic changes would be needed to help making this property shine.
For a lot of our viewers, mission match, mission match, mission match.
Say mission match. Mission match. Say it. Mission match.
Mission match?
Mission match. Mission match. Mission match. Mission match.
See, I'm gonna nail it.
You will.
At some point.
We're so excited about that.
I hope so, dude. Our next favorite places funding request comes to us.
Okay. Call right now.
Let me tell him to stop.
Hey kids, what do you want?
We want you to get your lines right.
Wow, with the makeup, that was terrible.
The latest gem added to the Vincentian family offers a unique sanctuary in the heart of a vibrant...
What's different about Vincentian homes? Special family, no. Favorite places, projects.
Which is the best mission match for you? Is it project number 1? And I don't know what that is.
Say it 3 times fast.
Mission match, mission match, mission match.
Here is a funding request presented by our dear friend Mangino.
Perfect.
Okay, thank God!
And then...
Please tell me I'm done.
Oh, boy, good job!
Yay! Everybody clap. Everybody clap.